My name is Joshua Peace, and I'm originally from Arkansas, in the U.S.
And who did you vote for this year?
I didn't vote at all. I didn't want to bother with it, the absentee ballots, and honestly, I don't really think it makes any difference who the president is either. Any average citizen, if you were to ask them, truly would say that in a lot of ways that their voices are unheard, regardless of whether you're Democrat or Republican. I think we hardly get a lot of representatives who we can earnestly say represents us in the full, so you always end up voting for just one or the other.
Why does the average citizen believe his or her voice is going to be unheard?
I think you just hardly have anyone that you feel really truly represents the voice of the people. I mean, right now you even have a lot of rural, lower middle class to even poor citizens overwhelmingly voted in rural areas, overwhelmingly voted for Trump, voting for this billionaire. You know, I don't really think this is a guy that, for the most part, any of them would be going out to have a beer with or really have too much in common with. At the very least, Trump, in some small way, addressed some of the issues that most affected their lives and their livelihoods, and made them, at least in some way, feel heard.
Do you think a lot of those people he made feel heard are racist?
Probably. I'm not going to say that racists probably do enjoy him. I'm not going to. I wouldn't argue that, but I don't think it's like most things in life. It's not as simple as just that. So when those type of people talk about illegal immigrants, for example, taking their jobs, to them it's not idle concerns, but they're easily dismissed as, well, in an urban district where they say, well, there's a lot more, say, opportunity around an urban district. You know, you're not like one industry disappears and you're just completely screwed. Not a lot of people in that particular circumstance are concerned about losing out on a job like that. So they're thinking, well, this isn't my position. That, you know, I've never missed out on anything like that. So I'm going to project my situation onto everybody else and just dismiss them as, well, they're just being racist, or they're just being ignorant.
And these people, their voices, in your opinion, are unheard.
Yeah, they don't feel as if they are heard.
So tell us, why did you come to the UK?
I came to the UK just because it's always been something I would fantasize about when I was younger, and also to pursue acting opportunities.
Now you're here in the UK, are you able to get on with black people in a way you may not have done in the past, or do you find yourself associated with any black people?
Probably most of the people that I would actually call, you know, friends now, I mean, I've been black here in the UK. It's not like I went out of my way to make that happen, but it just kind of worked out that way. Probably more so in a way than I did, maybe more so the way I did in the US. More black friends, black people who were my friends than were in the US, yeah. Here's my suggestion for Unheard Voices, and this is for Unheard Voices on either side. It always seems like every time we do have a presidential election, however it was voted for on one instance, we vote for the exact opposite on the other. What I would say to people is, if you want to change, for one thing, we should work on I would like to get rid of the Electoral College, probably, so your vote really can count. Stop voting for one of the big parties, or don't vote at all. You know, they always encourage you to get out and vote, like it's your civic duty, and it's like if your person's not elected or whatever, it's your fault that, you know, you only have yourself to blame. The biggest message anyone can send: don't vote. Vote for a third party. Refuse to vote for like one of the two big parties. Independent Party, Green Party. Don't vote for the Nazi Party as long as it's not either Republican or Democrat. That will send the biggest message that we are sick of the two-party system.
So you say you had trouble making black friends in America, do you think it's because you would like to vote for the Nazi party?
Yeah, no, I'm not actually out to vote for the Nazi party, but the point I'm taking on is like, even vote for them, just don't vote Republican or Democrat.